On what would have been Dr. King's 57th birthday, the Great Hall of the Hubert H. Humphrey Building overflowed with people who came to remember the great American best known as one of the founders of the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Dr. King was remembered through song and prayer. The Secretary of Health and Human Services was there to summarize what Dr. King accomplished before an assassin's bullet claimed his life 18 years ago.
The ideals for which he stood and the ideals for which he prayed motivated millions of Americans to join his nonviolent movement that shattered segregation.
The keynote speaker, Dexter Scott King, was the fourth and youngest son of Dr. King. In an emotional speech, he recognized the significance of the new holiday and of the man, his father, in whose honor it was created.
For the first time in the history of this great nation, we are honoring a peacemaker, a designer, and a messenger of nonviolence, a drum major for justice, love, and righteousness, who was a native son of America and who began his career as a civil rights leader in Montgomery, Alabama. Under his leadership, nonviolent protest brought about the greatest social change in the history of this country. His leadership lifted a heavy burden from this country. Where others preached hatred, he preached and taught the principles of love, nonviolence, and a patriotic commitment to making democracy work for all Americans.
It wasn't until January of 1982, after years of trying to have a holiday set aside for Dr. King, that his widow, Coretta Scott, and other civil rights leaders succeeded in persuading the Congress to pass the legislation creating the special day. It should be a day, however, not